two ways we can do this question. One, it says, is d minus 4 a factor? Justify the answer. We could just factor it, find the answer, and check. If you factor it and d minus 4 is there, then you would say, yes, d minus 4 is a factor. If you factor it and it's not there, you would say no. Okay? This is not the quickest method, but it's not bad. Do you see that I could take out a 2 out of everything? So I have that common factor. Then this is a level 1 question, because this has to be d and d. 28, does 28 ever make 3? Two things of 28, so your outside and inside make 3? 4 and 7. We would need the 7 to be positive and the 4 to be negative. And if you factor it, and the answer is there, then it is a factor. Okay? That's one method you could do for this question. Method 2 for this same question. You start with d minus 4. Okay? If this is d minus 4 here, and this is what I want to get as an answer, do you see that your first one would have to be a 2d to get the 2d squared? And to get the minus 56, you would need a plus. 4 times what is 56? 14. And if you multiply this out, does it work? Like, can you see that the only possibility, if d minus 4 is one of them, this is the only possibility for the second one. It would have to be a 2d for the first ones, and it would have to be a plus 14. Then if you multiply this out, and it works, then you know it's a factor. If you multiplied it out and it's different, it would not be a factor. Question?
When you're picking things up to make them more simple, like you did for that 2 there,
Yeah.
with a, you have to add the 2 in after?
No, this
Like that?
this is factored completely. Technically, if you did it the second way with the 2d here, this is technically not factored because there's still in this red box a common factor of 2. If I pulled that 2 out, I still have my d minus 4, but now the 2 taken out of here gives me d plus 7, and we get the exact same answer that we did. If you don't see a common factor at the beginning, it will still be there later. You just will have done harder work to get there. So let's look at B, and I'll do B with both methods. But I'm going to start with the easier method first. I think the easier method is starting with d minus 4, and then saying if I want to get a 3d squared, this would have to be 3d. Agreed for the first ones? And if my last one is supposed to be a plus 4, this would have to be a minus 1. If d minus 4 is a factor, then this has to be the second one. And if I multiply this out, I get 3d squared. Outside is minus 13d and plus 4. Does this match up with what it was originally? No. Originally there's a plus 13d. I get a minus 13d. So I can say it's not a factor using that method. Method number 2 is we actually factor it. If I need the 3d squared, here I'll write it out. It was 3d squared plus 13d plus 4. If I want the 3d squared, it has to be 3d and d. If I want a 13, you see you need a 4 here and a 1 there. And it needs to be a plus 13, so they both have to be plus. So the factors are 3d plus 1 and d plus 4. D minus 4 is not a factor. That's method 2. So here's method 1. Method 2 is you actually factor it and check the answer. If it works, then it is. If it doesn't, then it is not. Circle questions 7 and 8. Uh-oh. Oh, maybe.